Assalamu alaikum. Okay, so let's get right into it. Now, this video might be a little bit longer than the common episodes, and it's because we have to clarify certain things about the first letter which we are going to be taking today, that is Alif. Now, to start with, we are going to be taking some facts about Alif. The number one fact is that Alif is one of the three letters of elongation, or you said three letters of mad. And the other two are actually Waw and Ya. So let me quickly summarize these letters of elongations. Okay, we have Alif, Waw, and Ya with their conditions, not just like that. Alif, when it takes sukun and there's fatha before it, for example, qala. Waw, when it takes sukun and there is dhamma before it, for example, yaqulu. Ya, when it takes sukun and there's kesra before it, for example, qila. So with these conditions, these three are the letters of elongation: alif, waw, and ya. Now, where does waw and ya differ from alif? Waw and ya can actually be a letter on their own and take haraka, that is, and take vowel sign. So we can have wa, wi, wu, that is waw fatha wa, waw kasra wi, waw dhamma wu. We can also have ya, yi, you, that is ya fatha ya kasra yi, ya dhamma yu. But we cannot have the same for alif. So there's nothing like alif fatha, alif kasra i, alif dhamma u. No, nothing like that. Okay, alif is always taking sukun and it can only be used as a letter of elongation. It doesn't take haraka. It doesn't take vowel signs. I hope this is understood. And this is taking us to the second fact, that what? It doesn't take vowel sign. And based on these two facts, we could say alif doesn't really have a sound on its own. There's no, and that is why the name is even alif. So it does not really give any sound. It only gives a sound whenever you combine it with a particular letter. Whenever it becomes a letter of elongation to a particular letter, then we can say we perceive its effect. And that is why we have some group of scholars that said we cannot really have a point of origin for alif. Let's just say wherever Hamza comes out from is where Alif is coming out from, okay? And some scholars, they said, no, we can still have a particular place of origin for Alif. And we said, okay, what is the point of origin for Alif? They said it's somewhere we call AL-JAWFU. AL-JAWFU. What is AL-JAWFU? Let me explain it to you. When you open your mouth, you open your mouth. So when you put your finger into your mouth, without touching anything, without touching any part of the mouth, and that is what we call the empty space from the mouth down to the throat. The empty space from the beginning of the mouth down to the throat, without you touching any part of the mouth. Do you understand? So they said this is where alif is coming out from, and this is what we call al-jawfu. And because alif is not really, I don't want to say not really a real letter, it doesn't have a particular place in the mouth where it is going to eat. When you pronounce it, it doesn't eat anywhere. I don't want to take it too far, but it's something we call makhraj muqaddar. For those that are advanced a bit, they may take that as a lesson too, okay? For example, ba, we have somewhere it eats when you pronounce ba. Ab, you can see the two lips meet. It eats somewhere. When you say at, it eats somewhere. But alif doesn't have this because of time. So let us give some practice regarding alif. So we'll bring some examples, and from there we are going to decipher these points of articulation some scholars actually claim we have for alif. Okay, say this. Number one, we have qala, qala. So let's remove the lam. We have qa, qa. You can see that elongation sign will continue as far as it can continue until you stop. Why? Because it doesn't have a particular part in the mouth that is going to eat to make it stop. Do you understand? So, it just flows. And that is why they said the part of the mouth that the alif comes out from is the empty part of the mouth down to the throat. I hope you understand this. Let me give another example. For example, bala. Or let's see, let's give an example like that. Bala. So let's remove the ba. So we have ba. We're not talking about the ba now. It's the sound coming after the ba. Ba. It continues like that. So this is the point of articulation of alif. Let's move to the common errors people make when pronouncing alif. You might say, Which error can they make when they're pronouncing alif? Yes, the pronunciation of alif is actually dependent on the type of letter coming before it. You know, in Arabic, in these Arabic letters, we have the heavy letters and the light letters. Letters like qaf is an heavy letter. So when you recite qaf, when you read qaf with alif coming after it, like qala, qala, you can see the alif automatically takes the heavy sound of qaf. So it has the all sound. The alif in this instance has the all sound. Qala. But when you say something like taba, taba, in this case, the alif takes the sound a because a light letter is coming before it, ta. So we have taba. So this mistake will occur when the letter alif is supposed to be pronounced lightly with the a sound, but you pronounce it with an heavy sound, with all sound. For example, read this word for me. This word. Hmm? Okay. Is it batil or is it batil? Many people will say batil. It's من الحق والباطل. Ba. It's not batil, it's batil. When you say batil, you are pronouncing alif as an heavy letter, and it shouldn't be so. It should be pronounced lightly because the letter before it is a light letter. I hope this is understood. I'm sorry this one, takes a little bit too long, but inshallah the next episodes will be very short. Barakallahu fikum. Let me know if you have any question. Assalamu alaikum.